1 to 6. Because that's going to produce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I want to print the number, so I'm going to say I, and then a colon, because it's a dictionary. So it's going to be 1, so I'm trying to come up with this, 1, and then add 2 to it. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then the next number would be 2, and I'm going to add 2 to it, would be 4, and so on. So I here, and this will be I plus 2, and then I just say for I in range, 1 to 6. Okay, so this is a list comprehension. This is going to create this dictionary, dictionary comprehension.
Wouldn't it be I double asterisk?
No, I want to add. I want to add to it in this case. I want to give out the full answer. So, does that make sense? Do you guys see what you need to change to get it to give you the square? Perfect. Good. Did you guys get it? Not yet? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, you got it. That's right. Just keep going. Yeah. Oh, just go and type out. Just type that out. And then you can test them. You can type in what I just typed over there at the very top. Yeah, Tony, come. Let's see. Get it.
I may have done it differently. I don't know if I did.
Oh, okay. Okay, you don't need line 4.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm doing this.
Yeah. And then this will be range 1 to 6.
Oh.
And then, so just tell me, how would you change this to print out I, a colon, and then I squared?
Oh.
How do we do squared?
Oh, that's the asterisk,
Yeah.
asterisk, 2.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is your answer, guys, right here.
Oh.
This will do it. Dictionary comprehension, it's going to create this right here. That dictionary.
Oh.
Do you need to set its name equal something?
You don't have to for this. I mean, you could, but you don't have to. But if you're just doing it, if you just type this in the interactive window, it's just going to spit out that dictionary. Okay, so there's your answer. Some of you guys got it. Do you understand? Is there a part of it you guys are having a hard time with? Like, does anyone have a big question about how that works? Or Karen, you understand it? Do you? Okay. It takes a little while to get these comprehensions down. It's just a shorthand notation. Some of you guys were doing it a little bit longer method, which is fine, but this is the shorthand notation, which is, it's good. It's good to know. Okay. So let's cover sets now. We're done with dictionaries. just like Nicole was like, oh, you're finally done with lists. Remember how long we covered lists, right? No, it's cool. Okay, you guys got the answer to that. So now we're going to go over sets. That's a dictionary. Okay, so we're done with dictionaries for the moment. Okay. All right, we got about a half hour. If we can get through this, I have one more little exercise. We'll see how far we can get.
Yeah, that's cool.
A set is an unordered collection of unique, immutable elements. Okay, sets are iterable, but not sequences. They're not sequences, and they do not support indexing or slicing with square brackets. So you can't use square brackets on a set. And dictionaries also don't support slicing. Okay, so do you guys remember what immutable means?
I mean, it can't be modified, it can't be changed.
Right.
There's a covenant.
Yeah. Yeah. Cannot be modified, cannot be changed. Okay, so here's a set, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are integers, okay? It's an unordered collection of unique elements. I should say immutable too. Okay, so let's create a set of strings now named colors. And we say colors equals red, orange, yellow, green, red, and blue. Okay? When I print out colors, I type it in. You see there was 2 reds here. The second red was ignored, and the values aren't printed back in the order they were entered. I entered a red, orange, yellow, green, red, and blue, and when I printed it out, it printed blue, green, orange, red, and yellow. So let's try that. It's unordered, so you can never count on the order of these things. If you do, you're going to get in trouble. So whoops, wrong. Where's my, there we go. All right, so let's do this down in the terminal. Okay, fire Python. Colors equals red, what was it, orange, green, blue, and I'll put red in there again, and what was it, yellow? Okay, so there's my set, and I named it colors, and I have 2 reds. Okay, and now if I just type colors, look what it did. It printed it out totally out of order, but it got rid of the second red. So it did green, orange, blue, red, and yellow. It's not even in alphabetical order. Okay, so that tells you it's unordered. All right. So we can't do something like this. Colors, red. You can't index it. A set object is not subscriptable. Right? We can do length of colors though. That tells us how many elements there are. There's 5. Okay, that's pretty cool. We can check whether a value is in a set or not by using the in or not in. So we could say red in colors, and that would return true. But if we said purple in colors, it will say false. So let's try that. Let's try that. Set. Let's say red in colors. That's true, because red is in there. Let's look at colors again. And let's say purple in colors, and that's false. Okay, so it's not. But if I say purple not in colors, that returns true. Okay. We can iterate through sets just like we do through dictionaries with the for loop. We can say for color in colors, print color.upper, and end. We can use the end keyword argument in here, and that's just going to print out all of our colors that are in our list, our set, in uppercase, because we converted them to upper right here. Red, green, yellow, blue, orange. All right? Okay, so this is iterating through a set. You guys already know how to do that using the for loop. Here's another way to create a set with a built-in set function. I think I showed you that already, but here's a little bit different. We're creating a list by adding two lists together. So this is kind of neat. We're saying list range 10. So what does range 10 produce first? If I just say range 10.
1 through 9. What?
Zero.
0.
0 through 9. This is 0 through 9. And what is range 5?
0 through 4.
4, right. So look what it does. I add the two together. 0 through 9, and then 0 through 4. So it concatenated the two lists. And then I'm saying, I got that list. Now I'm going to convert that to a set. I just used the set function. And look what it did. It got rid of all the dupes. Because there's a duplicate 0, a duplicate 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. You can compare sets using the double equal and the not equal. So here's a set, 1, 3, and 5 is equal to 3, 5, and 1. Remember, they're unordered. So this is equal to that, even though it doesn't look like it. Okay? They're unordered, right? They don't have to be in order. Now here's the less than operator or greater than operator. Test for, is one set a proper subset of the other? Are all the elements in the left also in the right and they're not equal? Okay, so look at this one. I'm saying, are all the things in the left in the right, but the two are not equal? That's a proper subset. This is false because they are equal. Okay. Here's one, all the elements in the left are in the right and they're not equal. This one has a 7, so that's true. So we're using the greater than sign or the less than sign to find out if it's if one's a subset, a proper subset of the other one. Okay. Does it sound like math a little bit? And if we use the less than or equal, that checks if it's an improper subset, okay? That is, all the elements in the left are in the right, and the sets might be equal. So it's almost like checking if it's all the ones in the left are in the right, and they're also equal, so that's true. Here's 1 and 3, all the ones in the left, they're also in the right, okay? But it says it might be equal. This one's not equal, but this is checking for an improper subset, and that is true. Okay, so we have another operator on sets called a union. Do you guys know, have you ever looked at Venn diagrams? You guys probably had math, right, and had Venn diagrams? Circle. Okay. So, can somebody tell me what I have to do to, and this is one set 1, and this is set 2. What would I have to do to color in to make the union of the two sets?
I'll call it the middle. And?
Is this the union? That's something.
What I assumed.
Hmm? There's a union, and then there's another thing called an intersection.
Oh.
So what do you think? What do you think this one is now?
Oh.
Now I think it's an intersection.
So the union is everything
Oh.
in both. We're combining them all. Okay, the intersection is just where the two intersect each other. Okay, so they have a union of sets operator in Python. It's just the bar, the vertical bar. Okay, so it combines all the elements from both sets. So if I'm gonna union 1, 3, and 5 with 2, 3, and 4, what's that gonna spit out? It's gonna combine the two and then eliminate all duplicates, right? So let's try that. Let's see if we can union, let's say, 1, 3, and 5. We're gonna union it with 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so what's that one? So I just union two sets, 1, 3, and 5, and 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it combines all of them and then gets rid of the duplicates. So we got 3 is a duplicate, because it's in both, and 5 is a duplicate, so it gets rid of one of them, and it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so that's the union. They have an intersection function as well, and it is the little, what do you call this? The and or the ampersand? I forget what they call it. Is that an ampersand? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an ampersand. The and is that the and? So you use this. This is the intersection. This gives you this. Okay, so the union is using this character, just a vertical bar. This one uses the ampersand. Okay. So what would the intersection be of two sets? So what's in common? 1, 3, and 5, and 2, 3, and 4. Okay. 3 is the only thing that's in common with both, right? So it's just the little tiny set 3. Okay. Or you can type the set and then a dot intersection, and this is kind of neat. And then you're putting, this is a function or a method, and then you're putting the list 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, right? So what's going to be common between 1, 3, and 5, and then this?
1 and 3.
Just 1 and 3, right? This is going to boil down to, it's going to get rid of the duplicates, so it'll just be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the only thing that's in common with both those is 1 and 3. Okay. Two more things. We've got the difference between two sets is the minus, like you're subtracting, right? A set consisting of all of the elements in the left that are not in the right. Okay. So which of these is not in here?
1 and 5.
1 and 5, right? And you can also use set dot difference. This would be 2, 3, and 4. 1, 3, and 5 that's not in 2, 3, and 4 should be 1 and 1, 3, 5. Oh, 7. I bet.
1, 5, and 7.
Well, it should be 1, 5, and 7. It's not in there yet. Okay. And then 2 more things here, and then I'll give you one little last class activity, and then you guys can leave. If you want to add elements to a set, this is numbers.add, and you put your number in there. That will add a new element to the set. Or if you want to remove something, you can say numbers.remove 17, or numbers.pop. And numbers.pop removes an arbitrary number. You don't even know what it's going to remove. So let's try a couple of those. All right, so let's see what we've got in here for variables. Okay, I've got colors. That's it.
I thought it was from the top of a stack.
Yeah, but for this, since it's unordered, let's try it.
Oh, okay.
Let's say colors dot add, and let's add, what's another color that's not in there? Oh, how about black? Okay, we added black. Now let's see if that, okay, there's black. Let's remove one, colors dot remove, and we'll remove blue. And now let's look at it. So blue's gone, and now let's pop. Colors dot pop, And let's see which one it takes off. It popped off green. It popped off the first one. Where? Let's try it again.
Was that by chance?
It might be by chance. Let's see. Oh, it's popping the first one off.
Oh, it
Interesting.
sees it ordered like a list, sort of, I think.
It sure is red. This should be yellow. Oh, I guess it is doing it. It's, so now color should be empty. Just says it's a set. See it? Yeah. So that's adding, removing, and popping, and let's see what else did I have to show you. Okay. They also had, so we have list comprehensions, dictionary comprehensions, and set comprehensions. Okay, so here's a set. We have a list of numbers, and there's some duplicates in here. And then we're going to create a set of even numbers using a set comprehension. So we're saying item for item in numbers if item mod 2 equals 0, right? Remember, if you do the modulus 2 of anything, if the result is 0, it's even, right? Right? So 4 divided by 2 has no remainder. So this creates a new set called evens, 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So it just grabs this whole thing, and there's duplicates in there, but you know a set doesn't have duplicates. So it's gonna, so this right here is the set comprehension. All right? So here's your last activity right here. Let me pull this down a little more. There we go. All right, not too hard. So using the following sets, so you got red, green, and blue, cyan, green, blue, magenta, and red. Display the results of comparing the sets using each of the comparison operators, okay? So remember there was, okay, see. So what's one of the comparison operators?
Greater than or less than?
Yeah, greater than, less than, what else? What else can we use to compare? What if we want to check equality?
It's like the greater than equal to, less than equal to.
That's true.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's right, because this is proper subsets. And how about this?
Oh yeah, the equal.
Double equal and not equal. Okay? You can just do this right in your, you don't have to write a program, just type it in. Type these in, and then maybe call this, you know, set A equals this, set B equals this, and then say set A greater than set B, see what you get? Set A less than set B, greater than equal, less than equal, equal, not equal. You could try the union. Oh yeah, here's the mathematical. So then you need to use the mathematical ones. That's the union, the intersection, the difference, which use the minus. So yeah, try that out for the rest of the class. And I think you'll have a better understanding of how sets work. And I will do it myself. Let's see here. Red, green, blue. Set 1 equals set 2 equals cyan, green. Okay. Okay, now I got set 1 and set 2. Is set 1 equal to set 2? False, yeah, okay. Unequal, that's true. Okay. Is set 1 contain a proper subset of set 2? Yeah. This has got all the things that are in this, and they're not equal. So just play around with that, and then when you're done, you can raise your hand, and I'll check it out, and then you can split.
What color did I try to write there? Green. Green. I wrote green.
Oh, you gotta be in time. Yeah, just open it.